Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan challenge day 8. 5 new words for today are Bakkah, Gheyth, Basheer, Dolal, Rasool. Now the first word Bakkah is the old name for Mecca, right? And a lot of scholars say that the ba became a meme over time, kind of like how we have in Tajweed. When there's a meme after a ba, right, it becomes the ba becomes a meme, right? Or it inflects into a meme sound, right? Because they're close in the place that they're pronounced from. So we have that being the reason why we have Mecca now as opposed to Mecca. But it's the old name, right? And it comes from the word Bakkah. Bakkah, ba, kaf, kaf. Bakkah, which means to crowd. And that's obviously a very fitting name for the place, right? Because it gets very crowded because of the people that come in there for the pilgrimage, especially during the Hajj time, right? So we're talking about a crowded place. The next word is Gheyth. Gheyth, ghayn ya tha. Ghayn ya tha. Istaghatha, yastaghithu, all come from that. Gheyth means rain, right? Matar, rain. And now Gheyth can be figurative rain, or it could be actual physical rain, right? Physical rain or figurative rain, meaning something that is sent down to assist, right? Something that is sent to assist you to make life easier, to make things better for you. So you can send an army to a smaller army as a Gheyth for them, so that it makes their life easier in the battlefield, for example. Or you can send food to people that are hungry, right? Or people that are suffering from some kind of famine or what have you, and that's a Gheyth as well, right? So anything that's sent as help will be a Gheyth, right? But it could be rain as well. The next word is Basheer. Basheer, ba, the root is Bashara. Ba, sheen, ra. Now this one requires a lot more work to it, because Bashar, human being, right? Bashara, the skin, right? And then you have Bishara, which is glad tidings. You have a Basheer, which is person that brings the glad tidings, right? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Basheer and Nadir, right? He's a bringer of glad tidings. Wa yubashiru nas bi anna lahum al jannah wa bashir alladhina amanu wa amilu salihat, right? Give them glad tidings. So that root means, in its pure essence, means to loosen, to relax, to loosen or to relax. Now you're like, what's the relationship between this? Okay, so it means to loosen and relax, right? So and in doing so, to spread, okay? To loosen, relax, to spread. In doing so, to spread. So we are Bashar, we spread over the land. That is obvious, right? We spread over the land. We're Bashar. Now the skin on our the skin also is spread over our body, right? So that's the Bashara. And then you have Basheer, who is Mubashir. Okay, al-Basheer or Mubashir. This is the person that brings glad tidings. Why is that? How is that related? Because that person, when he gives that piece of that good news, people can relax. People that were in a tightened state, that were uptight, that were feeling stressed, can now relax, and their bodies can kind of relax. Kind of like when you go home from hard day's work, you just kind of crash on the bed, you spread your body out. You don't tighten up in a ball, right? You spread it out, right? So we're talking about that kind of thing as well, right? So all of that has that same root again, all right? Which means to kind of spread and relax. Spread and relax. Okay? The next word is Dolal. Now, Dolal has the root of Dod, Lam, Lam. Dolla means to be lost. Dolla means to be lost. So Dalin are the people that are lost. Okay, or something, and it doesn't have to be a human being, it could be anything, right? If you lost your telephone, you lost a piece of clothing, you lost whatever, right? Whatever is lost is dal, okay, dal, right, with the alif, and yeah, okay, dal, right? So that is and I believe the hadith is al-ilmu dal muslim. So anything that's lost is dal. Dalla is to cause other people to get lost. All right. So mudillin are the people that cause people to get lost with a bad message, by telling lies, or even delivering the truth in an unintended way. And then we have Dolal, which is being lost, the state of being lost, and so on and so forth. And the last word is Rasool. Rasool, Mursalat, Risala, Arsala, Mursal. All of these have the same roots. Ra, Sin, Lam. Ra, Sin, Lam. If you said Arsala al-Ibil il-Ma. Irsalan. Okay, Arsala means to send forth in pieces, in groups. Okay, in pieces or in groups. All right, and this eases whatever work you're doing, right? So we're talking about the Arabs even before Islam, right? We're talking about sending the camel or sending something in pieces, okay, to ease, right? To ease things, right? And we say this in English as well, right? Step by step, right? Or take it one day at a time. The point is, in small pieces. These small pieces make it easier to deal with whatever task is at hand. All right. So al-Rasul, right? And you also say this, and I shouldn't forget this as well, right? You also say istarsala sha'r, right? Istarsala means you've straightened out your hair, right? You've let it down without it being in chunks, right? If it's, for example, if it's not been well kept or what have you, it's in the ball, it's in the whatever, right? So when you start sell, you've kind of let your hair down without being in chunks, without being entangled or what have you. All right, okay, you've kind of eased and relaxed it. So Rasul, he sent with a message in pieces, right? He sent with a message in pieces. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent with a message over 23 years, not just one time. This is why a Rasul is called that. A messenger from God is called a Rasul, because he brings the news and the information to the people a bit by bit, in pieces, right? Which makes it easier to consume, to remember, and not to forget. Right? So we have Rasul, which is a messenger, right? And then you have Mursalat, and you have Istarsala, like I mentioned before. You have Arsala, you have Risala, which is the message as well.